Okay, so this is the D-MAX kit. This is how it's going to come. You're going to get the plug and play harnesses. Okay, so that's just the kit that's going to do the interface. You've got your main module here, which is fairly straightforward. And these are all your camera inputs, okay? So the way this works is we'll undo this and it'll plug in at the rear. Just to show you, this is a factory D-MAX or MU-X. It doesn't matter if it varies from this, there's slightly different shapes. So this is a reverse camera coming on and off, the factory one, just to show you that's the original car. Okay, and we'll turn that off while we do the installation. So with the D-MAX, it's fairly straightforward. You can't do too much wrong, but there is a lot of green plugs on this because they use the same plugs as we do for our switches. So you just got to be aware of that. So one part is the reverse camera breakout lead, and this is where we tap into for our video feed, so you can run multiple videos. Color for color, just red to black and red to black. Very simple, right? Then you've got your main power harness, can only plug in the front here. And then that's how your leads are going to come out, okay? Now, this section here, you've got these two green ones that are coming out of that main harness. These are your switches, and they'll say camera 1 and 2. They'll say 1 and 2 here, or 3 and 4, right? And that's camera 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I haven't labeled this one because it's our sample. But this is the plug and play harness part. This just goes into the rear of your stereo. So to do that, you just turn the stereo around. You're going to pull it out of your dash. Obviously, we've just got it wired up. So these are the 3 ports you're going to use. There may be more ports in the back, but these are the main ones. So this is your reverse trigger. This is your reverse camera video signal and powers for the camera. And also the main power plug for the unit. Okay, so you just kind of pull them out. It's going to T-piece in, very simply into the back. T-piece in the reverse signal. And then also the video cable for the camera. So this is the one I told you with the red and black. So it will plug straight into the back of the unit and then T-pieces into the original camera. Okay, so that's all the wiring for our kit. Very simple and straightforward. You can't really get any of that wrong. So we'll just move this over just so we can power this up without shorting anything. I'll just hook this up real quickly. So that's how the installation is going to look, and these are your switches. So we got camera 1 and 2. So I'll just grab a switch. We got a lot of switches lying around, I think. Here we go. Got a kit over here. We'll take this one. Okay, camera 1 and 2, for example. And we're going to plug that in. I'm not sure which one of these is 1 or 2, but we'll see how it goes. Power the unit up. So this all must be connected first, okay? You must have this plugged in when you power the unit up. Otherwise, none of it will work. So as you can see here, that's the normal reverse, still working like normal. And you turn it off, and then we've got camera 1 and 2. So we can see if the switches are working. So that would normally show a camera. There's no camera there. And camera 2. So I know this is 3 and 4 just because of the config, so it's the wrong switch, but here we go. So here we go. Camera 1, original reverse camera, and then camera 2 would be the secondary camera, whatever you want to run. And that corresponds to camera 2 on here. Now, how it's going to work is you've probably got a heavy duty camera on caravans. It'll be something like this, whether it be Safety Dave, AutoChimp, which is our brand, or every other brand. You need to make sure this is an NTSC camera. We sell the Pro Series or the heavy duty, so these are all NTSC, and this is the factory camera, right? Now, as your heavy duty comes through, you'll see it'll come with a little connector like this. So you've got to run all the way from the rear to the front. And we have the adapter. So I believe you should have this in the kit if you're running this type of camera, but it really just depends on what camera you've got. We sell lots of different adapters on the website. It plugs in, little adapter ties up, comes through, and it'll adapt like this. And it comes into an RCA and a 12 volt power and an earth, and that just plugs straight in to camera 2. And you've got to make sure you put this secondary port in because that's the power for the camera. All right, so there you go. Look, immediately came up. Okay, so to give you an idea, we turn camera 2 off, camera 1 off, that's back to normal. So I'll give you an example here without the glare. Camera 1, that's the original reverse camera. Camera 2, that's the heavy duty camera. Okay, bit slower to load on these old units is because our unit's so fast that the screen's so slow on these older ones, but but the newer ones work a lot faster. Now you can just release camera 2, goes back to the original camera. There you go, turn it off, and she's back to normal. So again, you can go straight to camera 2. That's the camera 2. So you can tell here, I'll put my thumb over it, that's the infrared. You see the colors coming back, and you can see the little infrared lights come on and off here. So as you block the light, the infrared comes on. As it gets more light, it goes off. So that's on the heavy duty series. But that's how it works. So these are your camera inputs. You just have to make sure they got power. So there's really only 2 things that can happen if your camera's not working. One, it's not NTSC, okay? That's the video signal that factory stereos run on standard definition, right? If you have a AHD camera, which some of the newer style cameras are doing, which is more everything modern, you have to get an AHD converter to NTSC, and it will convert the signal back to this type that it requires. So always check what version of signal is coming out of your caravan camera if you're going to run it on the factory stereo. But that's the plug and play interface, okay? So that's very easy to install, and that will work on every single Isuzu D-MAX and MU-X from 2012 right through to 2024. So everything except the brand new one. But it'll also work on some of the new Mazda BT50s with the same plug and play kit. All right, but you can check that out on autochimp.com.au, guys. But hopefully that helps you with the installation. I'll do a full installation video on the later model shortly, but it's literally going to be very similar to that.